Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. So let's look at the Q2 FY22 results of Gland Pharma, which were actually published today. I see a very strong results published by Gland Pharma this time. Uh, this is one landmark result after they have announced their IPO. So from that very weak IPO, which was not even subscribed 100% in a heavy IPO market. Uh, we have seen this was like retail segment was not even fully subscribed. It just went two folds of its IPO value, which was 1500. Today it is trading around 3600. So let's see why this is trading at 3600 and what is the background of this company. So if you look at the results of Grand Pharma, so the Q2 FY21 was 8315. Okay, if you compare with Q2 FY22, the revenues increased by almost 2000 crores. 2000 crores is not a small number, specifically in a segment where there is uh, there is a limited scope of growth, I will say. But the advantage for Gland Pharma here in this injectable segment is they manufacture injections for different purposes, whether it's a blood sugar related or maybe for muscle contraction, relaxation, multiple purposes. They make only injections. So in that segment, they started making huge profits because they don't have competitors. This is not a tough market segment where nobody can enter, but there are no players who are playing this game. So that is where these guys are having the advantage, and they increased the revenue by 2000 crores. And if you see the half yearly results, it is almost like it's humongous. It's equal to 30%. See, it's not just one quarter they are rising up by 30%. Every quarter they are making 35%, 30%. And if you see the EBITDA is the key thing for any investor to look at, right? So EBITDA increased by 35% quarter on quarter, sorry, year on year. And if you see this growth, this is massive. This is massive. 35% is too much. And the 6 months EBITDA is 21%. See, 6 months revenue is 30%, but EBITDA has not grown at that pace. So this looks a little red to me. This is just 21% of growth here, whereas this looks green. This is a 35% growth. And now coming to PAT, PAT is actually profit after tax. So profit after tax again increased here by some almost 700 crores. This is like what they project as 38%. So here it is 1000 crores Q2 FY22. This is compared to last quarter to previous year and September quarter to 2021 and September quarter 20. So this is 1000 crores. And if you compare the 6 months of profits, this jumped up 23%. This is too much. This is humongous growth. Again, if you look at this is 38% here, this is 23%, but still it looks good. Like for a stock which is in the segment where nobody is there in the market, and it's injectable stock. So this percentage of growth is really good. And now compared to the R&D expenses, this is what we have to look at. Year on year they are increasing the R&D expenses. So for any company to grow, they have to invest on their research and development. We know the growth story of Tesla. Tesla is more spending on R&D than advertisements. So I think they are following the same footprints, I feel, and this looks very good for me. So the more they spend on R&D, the better it is for the growth of the company. So yeah. So now look at the financial highlights. So the net worth of the company raised from 59,000 crores to 65,000 crores. Obviously, guys, we have almost 3-4 thousand crores in profit itself, and automatically the company value will rise by 4,000, 5,000 crores. And this is the formula we have to look at. If you look at the company value, so 4,000 crores if it is rising every year, year on year, and 4,000 crores is what it is rising. and company value is 65,000 crores. And we have a equity which is at a specific percentage running. I'll show you the equity numbers in the next coming slide. So if we have the profit raising, the equity value also will raise according to the market value. So don't just go with the numbers. If the profit quarter on quarter increased by 30%, we should not expect the stock to rise by 30%. The stock value of the company is the overall market value. So you can calculate for an intrinsic value, take the current market value, add the profit after quarter, and see what is the value divided by total number of shares will give you the intrinsic value, which comes to me around 3,330. So that is the intrinsic value. So I'll give that calculations in a different slide. So let's go with the uh, observations for now. Now, if you look at cash balances of this company, this has reduced. This has reduced. I'll say this is little red. Why it has reduced? It is because they have invested in this Sputnik vaccine of Russian vaccine, Sputnik vaccine manufacturer, and the European Union has rejected this Sputnik vaccine. And whatever the manufacturing these guys are doing, Gland Pharma, Reddy's Laboratory, and some other uh, firms, nobody is there to purchase these, and even Indian government also not using these vaccines efficiently. So that made this hit a little, because Gland Pharma has invested a lot on the Sputnik vaccine to manufacture, and they set up entire all environment, and they started manufacturing. So there is a loss for them, but that loss has not impacted them too much if you see the numbers, because they are more diversified. They are not just dependent on that product alone. So this is a good news for investors, where we see even though there is a bad news for the company can still sustain a positive growth compared to the previous quarter or previous year. So that is a good item which an investor has to look at. That is green. So net working capital 16,000 to 20,000. This is very good. And capital expenditures 1,214 to 3,286. This is a bad news, guys. Capex is rising year on year. So last year they have spent 1,200 crores for the capital, but this year they are spending 3,000. This will impact their revenue in the coming quarters. So that's the point to note. And if we see the results, this is 30% revenue from operations. Other income is 152%. This is humongous growth. And total income is 33%, 21%. Look at any number, EBITDA margin, PBT margin, PAT margin, everything looks good. And I will say this is a buy opportunity for investors who are going to buy in long term. Here, this is not my recommendation, or I am not promoting this stock. I feel based on the numbers, it is like a buy opportunity for investors, because this stock is looking good. And yeah, so these are the numbers. If you see, it is 10,000 crores. This is not a small company. 10,000 crores is their operating revenue. And out of 10,000 crores, they're making 3,000 crores profit. It's huge turnover. Like, you are operating a 10,000 crore money, and you are making 30% of the revenue which you are making into a profit. So that is a huge turnaround. And I have seen the ROE per year rises by 63 rupees. That is very good in the Indian market. We have huge stocks like very big names where they don't even earn 30 rupees per stock when they are trading at PE of 85, while this stock trading at PE 56 and earning 60 rupees for you. This is good. Like, we can feel this is good. Strong growth has shown in the overall segments. Industry leader and the injectable segment. Heavy footprint. Further approvals from USA received for new products. So this is the good news for any investor. So they are getting further approvals from US for their products, for new products they are launching. So when they launch new products, their business will further enhance. Cons, their promoter was Chinese promoter, was Fosun Pharma. So any government regulatory issues of investment by Chinese are not allowed or something. or maybe if government reduces the maximum stake they can hold is just 30%, or some rule if government brings in, then they have to sell out all their stake which this Fosun Pharma has, and somebody has to buy it. So this all become a pain point for the investment authority. But uh, if you look at the growth of the company, if you look at the numbers, I don't think there is any risk. No buyer will come. It is a myth. So buyers will be running to buy this company if at all they are on for sale. And then the Sputnik vaccine was not a success. So this has not achieved the required success for them. So this should have actually become a blockbuster and showstopper compared to other companies, but this did not go well. So that's it, guys. That's my review on this Gland Pharma results. Hope you liked it. Please share, like, and subscribe my channel. I'll keep posting all good results of only good companies. Thank you.